Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one Dreams. I had a dream again last night, and this one was the birds. The birds were attacking. They were attacking people. And I even got attacked. I don't want to make this too long, but you know, and I'm going to go to one scripture, and but the Lord prophesied this, and in a dream, we were when I say we, it was me and two other people. I don't know who they were, but it was me and two other people, and I want to say that we were on like in a field, or you know, like in a field somewhere, but you know, all of a sudden birds start attacking. Like they, you know, and what I seen in my dream was eagles, seagulls. The seagulls were getting busy. They were attacking people in the, you know, in this field, and you know, people start running, and you know, the eagles. You seen the eagle claws? The eagle claws were so big. And pigeons were in there too. The ravens, if I said ravens, but the birds were attacking people, and somehow we ended up, somehow me and those two people, we ended up in a store in Target, and the birds were inside the store. The birds were inside the store attacking people. I mean, it was thousands of birds, man. They were inside the store. And I mean, it just got so violent and so bad with the birds attacking, you know, the people. You know, somehow we got out of the store, and I could just remember you know, like a seagull or eagle just keep, you know, picking at my, you know, my clothes. And I kept trying to hit it and swat it. And we ended up, you know, people, you know, running and scrambling. And somehow we ended up, after we got out the store, we went to the car. And when we got inside the car, the birds were getting inside the car. It was like they were coming up under the car. They were somehow getting in. And these eagles, they weren't no small birds. These eagles, you could see their claws. Their claws were terrifying, man. You know, the eagle that I seen, you could see him going, you know, with the claws and attack somebody. And they were, you know, they were pecking and using their hands. You know, people were getting attacked and screaming. But I mean, from the field to inside the store to to getting in the car. I mean, there was so many birds in the store. People were, they were ducking and trying to, and them birds were attacking them. And they even, inside the store, the bird was, trying to rip my clothes off, like, and that was a seagull that was doing that. I remember. But, outside it was thousands of birds just, they were out and they were attacking people. And it even it went from the field to the store to inside the car. I don't know how they got inside the car, but it was like they were coming up inside the car, like through the engine, or I don't know how they got inside the car. But that was pretty much where it ended at. It ended inside the car, but those birds were attacking viciously. People were screaming and yelling, and inside the store, the birds were all over the store. And the store that I was in was a Target. It was Target. Anybody that's been in Target, you know what I'm talking about. The whole store was covered with birds, and it was just attacking people. It was some lady in there, and she was getting attacked violently by an eagle. It was like, I remember just pulling her hair out, and she was a Jake. She was a Negro woman, and the eagle was just ripping her hair out. She had a basket, and she was, and the bird was just pulling her hair, ripping it. And then the seagull was on me and other birds and stuff around. And those other two people that were with me, I wasn't really. I don't know what exactly happened to them, but it was two other people. But, and I've been noticing in my area, because I live in Northern California, and I've been noticing these hawks have been in my area. They've been, since the last week or two, I've been noticing them. And it's been raining, it's been foggy and overcast. And I've been seeing these red-tailed hawks. And it's been like, and these are not no small birds. These are big birds, man. In the sky, when they flying, they look, but when you get up to them, these things are, they're 2 feet. They stand about 2 feet, quote me if I'm wrong. And they got some inches on their wingspan and got big claws. But damn near they're bigger than baby hands. You know what I'm saying? These ain't no little birds, but I've been noticing and I've been seeing them. But, in that dream, the birds were getting busy. There was thousands of birds and they were attacking. But this is what the Lord, this is what he prophesied, man. I'm gonna go right to it. Call halal Yahawah, BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI, call halayim la, Alahayanawa, Yahawah, BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. We're living in some strange end times that the Lord is bringing, man, that we've never seen before. But I'm gonna go right to it. Jeremiah 15:3. It says, "And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear." The dogs to tear. The dog pound, all those dogs that lost dogs, and these pit bulls and Rottweilers and Doberman pinchers, and German shepherds and stuff in this time. The Lord's gonna, he's gonna, because chaos in society is gonna break down. America is on a decline, and society is going to break down. I was just watching that series, the first episode. I didn't finish it, but I was watching a little bit of it. The Last of Us. And it showed you how everything was good, just like now. Everything is all good. Everybody living their life, kids going to school, parents going to work, and then all of a sudden, bam, out of nowhere, society breakdown. Society just collapsed, buildings on fire and chaos and people, going against each other. It was a virus that broke out in that movie, but that's how it's going. That's how it's going to be, man. Martial law, military coming in. They hunting, people down, Israel down. This is how it's going to be. And then a lot of these places, like those zoos and people that got pets and stuff, when the chaos starts, they're not going to be able to keep their animals. You got 3 or 4 dogs and stuff, and when people trying to break into your home, and you got to run for your life or something like that, because we are going into the worst time in human history. You're not going to be, and your dogs, your dogs might end up getting killed or shot or running away, or where you got to choose: do I save my daughter or do I save my dog? And the dog, you lose your dog. Those type of dogs and stuff are going to be on the loose, and they're going to be hungry. Especially if you've been feeding your dog, taking care of your dog eats every day, but these coyotes, these foxes and stuff like that, they're going to be out here. It says, the dogs to tear and the fowls of the heaven. The Lord's going to use these birds to attack. He's going to use them. People ain't going to want to go outside. Just like in my dream, man. Just like on my dream. I mean, it was thousands of birds, seagulls, ravens, eagles, pigeons, from what I seen, and they were there and they were getting busy. It even got to a point where it went into the store. The Lord said and the fowls of the heaven, those are the birds. You got vultures and you got different type of hawks and eagles. You got some the storks and all these different type of birds, man. They're gonna be out there. Even these ostriches, they're gonna be out here. And then and the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to attack. Even these small birds, out here. They're gonna end up attacking, man. These small little sparrow type birds and blue jays and stuff like that. All these different birds. When I see in my dream, there was thousands of birds, man, thousands. I just off of what I seen, I recognize the seagull, I recognize the eagle, I recognize the raven and the pigeon. I recognize some of those other birds. I don't know. I can't go all the way in, but the Lord said the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. You see? YAHAWAH BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. He's going to use these animals, but the birds, it ain't fun either. I went to the lake a while ago, and it's in one of my videos, but and it was a red-tailed hawk. It was in the summertime, and I went to the lake, where I used to live. And it's dried up. It's like a desert in there. And I went inside, and it's a big lake too, here in Northern California, in the South Bay, because I used to live in the Bay Area, but in the South Bay, San Jose, and the lake is all dried up, and you seen all the eagles and hawks and stuff. They were circling looking for food, and I got too close, me and my daughter, and you could see the hawk circling us, and getting ready to, it kept getting lower and lower because it don't go in. It flies, and then it kind of circles, and then positions itself so it can go right in and land and get you. And I could tell, like, this bird is about to try and maybe do something or come near us, man. So I end up getting out of there, and luckily I shot to the car. But these birds, it ain't fun. It ain't fun. But that's the dream that I had. But them, these animals, the Lord, this is prophecy, man. He's gonna use these animals. YAHAWAHSHI is gonna use the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. And Esau, Edom, the so-called devil, the white man, the devil, the white man, he's these scientists like Dr. Death Fauci, they've created different mixed different breeds. They got stuff in these scientifical buildings and stuff that's nowhere, secluded areas where nobody can go, and they've created these different animals and stuff that they're going to release on the public. This is going to be another terrifying, because Esau is the left hand of the Lord. You see, so they're going to bring evil. They all manner of AI technology, wild animals and stuff. And like I was saying something yesterday in my video, but it was a leopard out there in Texas that got loose, but they captured it. But you're gonna have leopards out here. You're gonna have all these different animals, panthers, and lions and gorillas, and you're gonna have a lot of stuff. You're gonna have all these animals out here, But in my dream, them birds were attacking. It was thousands of birds. And I even was getting, attacked. They were trying to, the seagull was trying to rip my clothes off, my shoulder off. But them eagles had big claws, and it was attacking violently. So, I just wanted to go in on that. We're living in prophecy, man. The Lord said He's gonna use these animals for vengeance on the wicked. So, you better be praying, Israel, that these judgments that the Lord is sending, you won't be able to escape all these judgments. You won't. Like He said, it's like running from a lion, dodging a bear, and then going inside the house, putting your hand on the wall, and bam, getting bit by the serpent. You think that you escape these animals? You think you escape the famine and pestilence? You think you escape the race wars and stuff like that, the hand-to-hand combat, the insurrection, the martial law? Bam! But then here come the missiles, and ain't nobody gonna escape those missiles unless you're the elect. So, But I just want to go in on that quick dream that I had. But hopefully you're edified. I don't want to come back with another lesson, but I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash, Shalom, Israel.